We left off last episode with the White Sox 2.5 games behind the Twins for the American League Central Division lead and first place for the American League wild card. Offense finally kicked it up a notch. Jack, 13 home runs, 29 RBI. Dexter Watley, 10 home runs, 24 RBI. Just need to get Colson Montgomery going and desperately need Art Rocha to wake up. He and Alvin Maddox are struggling at the moment. Our rookie at first base is struggling as well. So we got some guys down here that need to put in some work. Pitching wise, Ricky McCann, 6-0, 153. Medrano, 4-1, 209. Hagen, tough luck, 2-5 with a 275 and 62 Ks in 52 innings. Down at AAA, Marcel Acevedo, one of our high draft picks. He's only 19 years old. He's 4-2 with a 259 ERA, a 106 whip. Kevin McCann, our very first-round draft pick, looks like he's finally turning a corner, although those walks are killing him. 233 ERA, 6-3 on the season. Woody Phelps, he was a C potential guy we just took later in one of the drafts. He's 5-1 with a 256. Alan Conine got injured, missed a start, but he's 2-2 with a 153 ERA and a 108 whip. So we got some help down in the minor leagues if we need some extra pitching on the major league side, whether it's in the bullpen or on the in the starting rotation. And we take on a whole bunch of American League Eastern Division teams: Yankees, Blue Jays, Orioles, Blue Jays. Play the Brewers and the Cubs from National League Central. Go back to Boston, Seattle, Arizona, Houston, Detroit, LA, Colorado. So we're going to take it all the way through the end of June in this episode. So we got a lot of games to play, and hopefully we can keep the winning going. And just as I said, we needed to go, and look at this. We split the first 2 games against the Yankees, but Colson Montgomery goes 3 for 4 with 2 solo homers. That was our only runs of the game, and follows that up the very next day, going 2 for 5 with 2 more home runs and 6 RBI. My goodness. And we still have one more game to go. Hey, Villa gets his first home run of the season as Medrano goes to 5-1. And Roman Anthony decides to get in on the fun as he hits 2 home runs in Game 3 as we win that game 3-0. Complete game. Well, not quite complete game. Sorry. Davey Garcia goes 8 1/3. No runs allowed. Garrett Lewis comes in and gets the last 2 outs. Did give up a couple of walks to make it interesting, but the Sox win 2 out of 3 from the Yankees. The hot streak for Colson Montgomery continues. He's hit 6 home runs in little over a week. He's got up to 30 RBIs now. Went from hitting in the 220s up to 264. Exactly what we needed. You can see we won 2 out of 3 from the Yankees, 2 out of 3 from Toronto, split with Baltimore. And right now we sit 2 games behind the Twins in the division and solidly in the number 1 wild card spot. And we're going to have a player lock game here with Colson Montgomery in Milwaukee. Brewers used to be in the American League Central till they flipped with the Astros back in 98. And on the mound for the Brewers, Tobias Myers. So he's 3-1 with a 264 ERA. So tough matchup here for the Sox. And with 2 outs here in the first, Montgomery's first at-bat of the game, 3-2 pitch. And that's going to be a line drive up the middle and a base hit. So Montgomery with a 2-out hit keeps the inning alive for Jack. Unfortunately, Jack would strike out to end the inning. And on the mound for the Sox today is Ricky McCann going for his 9th win of the season. Bottom of the first, Terang leads off with a single. Yelich walks. Contreras with an RBI single gives Milwaukee the 1-0 lead. And in the bottom of the second inning, Teoscar Hernandez leads off with a triple. Spencer Torkelson drives him in with a sac fly. And now we go to the top of the 4th inning. Sox are down 2-0. Montgomery up. Got a single his first time in the first. 2-2 pitch from Myers. It's going to be a fly ball into left field. Drifting over, and he's got it for the out. Chris Yelich playing left field. Sox would not score that inning. And we go to the 5th. Alvin Maddox with a 2-out solo shot gets us on the board to make it 2-1. And then we go to the top of the 6th inning. Got a strikeout and a pop-up. Brings up Monty with 2 outs again. He got a single in the first inning in this situation. And he's going to hit a fly ball into shallow left center field. And Sawinski's going to drift under and catch that for the 3rd out of the inning. So nothing happening there. We jump ahead to the 9th. Sox are down 2-1. Devin Williams in the game. De La Rosa strikes out. So that brings up Montgomery now. Trailing by 1 out. Need a base runner for Jack here. Williams' pitch. And it's going to be a fly ball Into left center field again. Sawinski drifting over like he did earlier in the game. He's going to have that for the second out. And Jack would fly out deep to center field to end the game as the Brewers hang on a win 2-1, scoring 2 runs early. Tobias Myers wins. Ricky McCann takes his first loss of the year. Devin Williams with his 14th save. Let's go check out this box score. 1 hit for Anthony, 1 for Colson, 1 by Villa, 1 by Maddox, which was a home run, our only run of the game. McCann did not pitch poorly at all. We just couldn't score any runs. Go to the other side, 2 hits for Contreras. We got a triple by Hernandez. And Tobias, 1 run, 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 walk. Their bullpen did their job, and the Sox dropped the game 2-1. And the Sox bounced back in game 2 to win 6-0 behind Cade Cavalli. See Monty, 3 hits, 2 singles and a double, drives in a run. Watley, 2 for 4, 3 RBI, including a home run. Maddox with a steal, Cavalli 7 shutout innings, and the bullpen finishes it off as we even up that series 1-1. And the Sox would win game 3, 6-4 behind Hagen Smith. See Monty goes 1 for 4 with a walk, 2 runs scored, had a double. Watley, 4 for 5. Jack, 2 for 4. Caro, 2 for 4 with 2 for 5 with 4 RBI. Caro and Villa with home runs. Hagen Smith gives up 3 in 6 innings to get his 5th win. He's bouncing back. ERA 2.84. Patino gives up a late run. He's been struggling. You might have to send him down, but Garrett Lewis finishes it off with a perfect 9th inning, and he gets his 22nd save. As the Sox are now a game and a half up on the Twins in first place in the American League Central. Let's go Sox! And after they beat the Cubs 8-5 in game 1 of this short 2-game series, we're going to hop into this one and player lock on Monty again while he's still on his hot streak. Hopefully we can get some extra base power here at Wrigley Field. So let's see what he does against Javier Assad. And now the Sox travel across city, take on their rival Chicago Cubs here in historic Wrigley Field. See the Cubs are wearing their City Connect blues. Love those uniforms. Hate the Cubs, love the uniforms. Going to get another player lock here with Colson Montgomery as Javier Assad's going to be on the mound. See, he's 2-4 with a 4.92 ERA, so maybe we can get some work going here. Anthony leads off the game with a walk. Canones wipes him out with a double play, and that brings up Colson for his first time up today. 2-1 count here in the pitch, and that's going to be a fly ball into right field. And right field is going to have that, and there's 3 down, so we don't score in the inning. And we go to the top of the 3rd inning. Alfredo Villa leads off with a solo shot to get us up a 1-0 lead. Now we go to the 4th inning, 1 out, Montgomery up again against the side. And he's going to hit one down the left field line. It's going to drop and bounce off the side wall. Left fielder's going to get it, throw it back in quick, and hold Montgomery to a single. Unfortunately, Jack would fly out and Watley would strike out. You see Montgomery hitting streak extended to 11 games, though, even though we don't score on the play. Go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Cubs get 2 outs. Canario singles, Doyle walks, Triantos doubles in 2 runs. Paredes drives in another. 3-1 now. Chicago Cubs lead. Montgomery up here again in the 6th. Nobody on this time, leading off the inning. Assad still in the game. 1-2 pitch, and it's going to be a broken bat and a little bloop to shortstop. That pitch ate him up. It was a check swing, and he broke his bat. So now we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Alcantara singled, bringing a new pitcher. He steals second. Maldonado walks, and Happ doubles in 2 more for the Cubs. Head to the 7th inning. Matt Shaw, solo shot off Rodney North. 6-1 Cubs. We head to the 9th. Montgomery leading off now. Gabe Spire in the game for the Cubs. And he's going to strike him out with a high pitch. And the Cubs started slow, came on strong in the middle innings, and they would win the game. Javier Assad moves to 3-4. Davy Garcia drops to 4-4. See, this 2-game series was a split. Let's check out this box score. 1 hit for Roman. Caglione with a home run. Villa with a home run. Jack got one in the 9th inning after Monty struck out. Garcia gives up 4 runs, 8 hits in 5 innings. Bullpen gives up 2 runs each. Ton of guys on their side with 2 hits. They started slow and just turned it on in the middle innings. And Javier Assad, 1 run in 8 innings as the Cubs split the series with the Sox. And I know I said this year we're going to focus mostly on the major leagues, but we have a pitcher down here in AAA, Marcelo Acevedo. First overall pick back in 2027. We have not seen him at all, so we're going to go down to Lehigh Valley, AAA Charlotte Knights, taking on the Iron Pigs. I'll show you this real quick. Alan Gage, we traded for him our last trade. He's very close to getting to the majors. Gets a base hit here in the first inning. And we might bring him up for Rocha if Rocha keeps struggling. But the man we're here to see on the mound right there, Marcelo Acevedo, 6-2 with a 2.38 ERA, a 1 whip. Look at that, 2.6 walks per 9. That is absolutely incredible. Here we are, bottom of the first. Rincon, the shortstop, up, and he's going to strike out on a high fastball to get this game going for Acevedo. So there's one down. That brings up third baseman Buddy Kennedy, and he's going to strike out on another high pitch. So Acevedo not messing around. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. That'll bring up Oliver Dunn, second baseman, and he's going to strike out. So Acevedo putting on the show for everybody here. Strikes out the first 3 guys he faces. As we go to the second inning, there's no score. And we go to the second inning now, still no score. Louis Rulli, we saw him in one of the drafts. He's going to hit a fly ball into left field. Andrew Pinckney, remember him from Chicago? He drifts back and catches that for the first out. And that's going to bring in Bobby Seymour. I'm very familiar with him from watching the Durham Bulls a lot last year. And he's going to hit a smash into right center field. And that's going to get down and go all the way to the wall. So the Iron Pigs are going to have their first base runner. Extra base hit for Bobby Seymour. It's a man in scoring position for Nico Puwaka Grego. What a name. DH. And he's going to hit a pop-up on the infield. Dan Johnson, excellent hitting catcher, comes out and he grabs that for the second out. Johnson may come up later too, especially if there's an injury to either catcher. The next steps in Esmeralyn Valdez, the left fielder, and he's going to hit a pop fly in the shallow right. Second baseman drifting back is Roosevelt Chipper, and he's got that for the third out. So they dodge a bullet with the double. Now we go to the bottom of the third, still scoreless. Catcher Hunter Fiducia up, and he's going to hit a fly ball into right field. Rincones Jr. is drifting over, and he's going to have that for the first out. All 3 outfielders for the Charlotte Knights were with the White Sox last year, so you can tell we've improved our outfield when we send everybody down. That brings in right fielder Troy Schreffler. He's going to try and bunt his way on, a little pop-up bunt. Acevedo's got it, throws to first, and barely gets him. Whoa, that was a close play. And now we go back to the top of the order. Rincon's going to hit a ground ball to first. Throw to the pitcher, and Acevedo beats the run to the bag. And that's 3 down. So Acevedo's only given up a double to Bobby Seymour through 3 innings. Still scoreless. Then we head to the bottom of the fourth. Knights got a double and an RBI ground out to get on the board. And Kennedy's going to start the bottom of the fourth with a fly out to right center field. Rincones takes that easy, and that brings him Oliver Dunn, the second baseman. Nobody on, 1 out, 2-2 pitch, and he's going to hit this one over short, and that's going to go all the way to the wall, smash into the gap, and that's going to be an extra base hit. Dunn's going to be on second base with a 1-out double. Iron Pigs, another scoring opportunity. Acevedo's been pitching out of it so far. Here's Rulli now with 1 on, 1 out, 3-2 pitch, and he gets him to swing and miss at the outside slider. Big strikeout there for the second out. Now bring in Bobby Seymour again, doubled his first time up. Big power threat. 1-1 pitch to him. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. Scooping a throw by Gladney. He's out to end the inning. Gladney had to come in and pinch run for Burke, who got injured last inning after he doubled. Charlotte pitches out of the jam. It's 1-0 after 4. And we are on top of the fifth. Still 1-0. Puwaka Grego up. Acevedo's 1-2 pitch. And he's going to swing and miss and strike out. You're going to make me say that name a lot. I hope you strike out a lot. So there's 1 down. That brings up Valdez, the left fielder. 1-2 pitch to him, and that's going to be a ground ball to third. Gladney's got it. Throw across the diamond, and there are 2 down. And that brings up Fiducia, the catcher. Nobody on, 2 out, 1-2 pitch, and that's a fly ball to deep right field. Rincone's back to the track, to the wall, and it's gone. Just snuck it over that wall. This is a deep outfield. That outfield wall is about 20 feet high in that spot. And he managed to sneak it over the top. And we have a tie game here in the bottom of the fifth. And that'll bring in Schreffler. Nobody on, 2 out, 2-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball up the middle. Chipper dives, knocks it down, and he's not going to be able to make a play. Schreffler beats it out for an infield hit. So now they have 1 on and 2 out. Rincon up 0 for 2 on the day. 1-2 pitch to him. And it's going to be a ground ball to first. Gage has it, and that's the third out. So Iron Pigs get a home run from Fiducia, tie this game. Acevedo pitching well, just made one mistake so far. And that's going to be it for Acevedo. Ronnie Henriquez is going to come in out of the bullpen, try and keep this to a 1-1 game here in the 6th. And the game is still scoreless as we go to the 9th. New pitcher in for the Iron Pigs, Ballman. Pinckney leads off with a single. Zavala singles. Vasquez walks to load the bases. Clutch spot for Roosevelt Chipper here, and he strikes out. Sprinkle strikes out. So now it's down to Gage, 1 for 4, and he draws a walk to give the Knights a 2-1 lead. And now we go to the bottom of the 9th, and Steven Kolek comes in. Let's see what happens here. Seymour singles, got a fielder's choice, strikeout, 1 out away, and he gives up a triple to Fiducia, who homered earlier. That's why Kolek's not in the majors. Now we go to the 17th inning. Gage singles and steals second. We get a ground out, get a pop out. Johnson, the catcher, singles him home. Go to the bottom of the 17th. Get an error, a single, a double play, and a ground out as Sinclair nails it down. Knights win 3-2 in 17 innings. And thought this game was going to go forever. Varland the win, Javier Acevedo the loss, and Sinclair the save. See Sprinkle 3 hits, Gage had 2 hits, Johnson had 2 hits, Sprinkle and Burke with doubles. Gage and Zavala steals. Acevedo 1 run, 4 hits, no walks, 5 Ks in 5 innings. Everybody in the pen did their job except Kolek, of course. And Charlotte wins in 17 innings, 3-2. Following up that start by Acevedo, the Red Sox came into town. White Sox win 2 out of 3. Then we get the Mariners in for 4. In game 1 of that 4-game series, Davy Garcia beats Bryce Miller 7-0. And he does it on a 1-hit shutout. Davy Garcia that close to a no-hitter, 6 Ks, 3 walks. Villa with a home run. Looks like we hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 doubles and a triple. Man, we were extra base machines in that game. Multiple guys with 2 hits, multiple guys with 2 RBI. Davy Garcia almost throws a no-hitter against Seattle. And a quick little update down in the minors. Birmingham Barons won the first half in the Southern League North, so they will be going to the playoffs. In AAA, Charlotte Knights lead by 2 games in their International League East division, so we may have both teams in the playoffs, so good going, minor league players. And on the major league side, we've hit a little bit of a skid here, going 5-5 in our last 10, while the Twins go 8-2, and we drop to 3.5 games back in the American League Central. Still first place in the wild card, so playoff spot is definitely in line if we can keep things going the rest of this season. And how the mighty have fallen. Look at this. We sweep the Dodgers at home. Dodgers are now 34-48, 14 games under 500. See game 1, Hagen Smith gets the win. 3 hits from Maddox, 3 from Montgomery, 3 from Caglione, 2 from Villa, 3 RBIs from Villa and Carroll with home runs. We had 5 doubles in the game, Watley with a steal. Smith gives up 3 in 6 innings, but we get the win. He moves to 6-6. Game 2, Medrano against Flaherty. Win that one. Scattered 9 hits. Cole Carrig, 2 for 2 with an RBI. De La Rosa with an RBI. Those are our 2 runs in the 5th inning. Medrano moves to 10-1 with a 2.18 ERA. Garrett Lewis with his 28th save. And game 3, Davy Garcia beats Yamamoto 5-2. 2 hits for Canones, 2 for Colson Montgomery, 3 for Villa. Caro 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer. Colson Montgomery had a home run, 2 more steals in the game. Garcia, he improves to 6-6, and Garrett Lewis, 29 saves, and we're not even done with June. The dude might save 60 this year. Sox are up to 50-33, still hanging 2.5 games behind the Twins in the American League Central. And we finished off the month of June at 51-34. I want to finish off this series against Colorado. So we're going to hop in here and do another player lock with Colson Montgomery to wrap up this episode. Next episode, we have the draft. Like I said, we're just going to blow right through that. I'll show you the results of that. We have Keys series against Cleveland and Minnesota early in the month. So we'll get some gameplay out of that. And I will also dig into our stats, both at the major league level and the minor leagues, in that episode, since we won't have to worry about the futures game, the All-Star game, or the trade deadline. So we'll really focus on these 6 games here and then giving you an update as we get into August. But in the meantime, let's hop in here and watch Colson Montgomery play this home game against the Colorado Rockies. And our final player lock of the episode with Colson Montgomery. Rockies come to Chicago to take on the White Sox. Game 3 of the series. You see Colson Montgomery right there, the man of the hour. Let's see. Colorado won 2-0 in Game 1. White Sox win 2-1 in Game 2. So looking for the win of the series here. Bottom of the first, Anthony lines out. Alvin Maddox up. And he hits a solo homer to put Chicago up 1-0. That'll bring up Colson Montgomery for his first AB. Chicago already has the lead. There he is. Man, we've been focusing on all episode. See if he can do anything off this Robert Shiboya dude. I've never heard of him. And he swings and misses and strikes out. So that's not good. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. We had a ground out, a double, and a single. And Montgomery's back up with a man on. 1 out. Chicago's up 2-0. Maddox has driven in both runs so far. 1-1 pitch. And there goes the runner. Throw down, and he's in. Maddox with a steal. Stolen base number 23 of the season. So now we got a man scoring position. 1 out. 2-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss again. This time on a slider down and in. So Monty's been hitting a bunch of home runs when we're not watching. Go to the top of the 4th inning. We got a fly out, a single, and a triple by Cam Smith makes it 2-1 Chicago. Strikeout by Goodman. Yanquiel Fernandez drives in Smith, and now it's tied 2-2. We go to the bottom half of the inning. Caro flies out. Anthony hits a solo homer to put us up 3-2. Maddox has already got a single and a home run. Singles again. And that'll bring up Montgomery. 1 on, 1 out. Maddox stole his last time, and he goes again. Here's the throw down, and he's going to be safe. That's 2 steals in a row with Montgomery batting. So now we got a man in scoring position. 1 out. 3-2 pitch to Montgomery, and it's ball 4. So at least he didn't strike out this time. So now the Sox are going to have 2 men on with 1 out here in the 5th, and that's going to bring in Jack. Haven't shown a lot of him. We did show a lot last episode. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball through the infield. Maddox is going to round third. Throw's going to come in, and it's not going to be in time, and it's offline. So the Sox tack on another run. Watley would follow with a walk to load the bases. De La Rosa, pitcher change. He walks to drive in another run. It's 5-2. And we hop to the top of the 6th inning. Condon pops out. Smith doubles. Goodman with a 2-run homer off Hagen Smith. Now it's 5-4. Rockies battling back. Go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Eddie Caro leading off. He grounds out. Anthony homered last time, flies out. Maddox triples. So he's got a single, a home run, and a triple. He doubles shy of the cycle. Montgomery with a big RBI chance here. 1-run game. Man at 3rd, 2 outs. Don't have to worry about Maddox trying to steal home. And the 2-2 pitch from Chappelle on the way, and he takes strike 3. So not a good player lock game. 3 strikeouts and a walk for Montgomery. But it doesn't matter, as the White Sox would win, just like the sign says right there. We hang on and win this game 5-4. Hagen Smith didn't pitch well, but he gets the win. Garrett Lewis is 31st save as the Sox win the series 2-1. Let's check out this box score. Zach Veen, 3 hits. Garrett Mitchell, 2. Condon, 2. Smith, 2. Hunter, 2. They had 3 doubles, 2 triples, and a home run. Score 5 runs off Shiboya. Go to the Sox side. 2 hits for Anthony, 4 hits for Maddox. Anthony with a double and a home run. Maddox with a single, a triple, and a home run. Watley with a triple. Maddox with 2 steals. Hagen Smith, 10 hits, 4 runs in 6 innings. But the bullpen does their job. Garrett Lewis gets his 31st save as the Sox win the series 2-1. And it was a very, very good episode for the Sox. You see they take 2 out of 3 from the Yankees, 2 out of 3 from Toronto, split with Baltimore, 2 out of 3 from Toronto again, 2 out of 3 from Milwaukee, split with the Cubs, split with Boston, split with Seattle, take Arizona 2 out of 3, Houston 2 out of 3. The only series they lost the entire episode was Detroit. They lost 2 out of 3 there. They sweep the Dodgers, take 2 out of 3 from Colorado, and now they sit a 1.5 games behind Minnesota in the division. and they have a huge 6.5 game lead over the Angels for the top wild card spot, as the Angels, Mariners, and Guardians and Royals are all battling for those last two playoff spots. So we are sitting in very good shape as we head into July, head into the All-Star break, draft, all that good stuff. So really excited. Our very last year is turning out to be our best, and hopefully we can keep this going. So if you like the series, please like, subscribe, comment, share it out, hit the notification bell, and I'll be back very soon with the next episode of the Chicago White Sox Draft Only franchise.